All right, well, welcome everyone. Monday Night Course Spotlight. I'm Kathy Lawson, Chief Knowledge Officer of the Great Discovery. And I love these course spotlights because it's an opportunity to learn and grow and discover. So we get to hear from our wonderful course creators, and tonight will be no exception. I know Akey has been here before and talked about courses in the past, but I'm so glad he's back tonight. Let me introduce you again to him if you don't already know about his very impressive background. So Reverend Akey Ahiem is the eldest of 9 siblings born in Albany, Georgia. He received biblical education from Philadelphia Bible College, which is now known as Cairn University. He's a licensed preacher of the gospel and a licensed and bonded public insurance adjuster. Akey provided 15 years of service to the juvenile justice system and 5 years in the adult prison system as a preacher. Additionally, he has taught Sunday school for 32 years. He has been honored to receive Man of the Year by the Progressive Baptist Association and the President's Award from Metro Public Adjustment Incorporated. Tonight, Akey talks about his course called It's Not How You Start, but How You Finish. So take it away, Akey. It's all yours.
You, Kathy. It's always a plum-pleasing pleasure to be introduced by you. And I have to say, I love the way Tim says my name. This course, and do you have access to the trailer? I did put it in the chat. If you could play the trailer for me before I start, be great. I appreciate it.
Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can share. I gotta share my screen and share my sound. So let me find it. You gave it a
I could find it and put it right back in there for you quick if you
I
can't
got
find it.
it. I got it. So what I'm worried about is, hang on, let me
Don't worry, Sandra's right there. She can fix it.
let's do, it's a question of what do I do first? We share first. So let's start with that
Make sure you share the sound.
and make sure I share the sound. Okay. And then you got to just find that. There it is. Let's see if that'll. Nope. That's not it. That's what your link gave me. So, all right. Let's stop sharing. That did not.
Well,
did
there
not
it is.
take.
That's it.
Let me try one more place. You sent it to me a little bit
That
ago.
was it.
Let's try that. We'll get there.
Welcome to the finish line, where success is a journey where ending strong matters more than how you begin. Success is not defined by the start, but by how you face and overcome challenges along the way. Throughout history, we see that perseverance and resilience paved the road to victory. Adam and Eve had a perfect life, yet lost everything, showing that the way you finish holds the ultimate value. Moses, born under a death sentence, rose to become a deliverer of his people. Joseph's journey from the pit to the Prince of Egypt demonstrates the power of resilience. Even the harlot Rahab transformed from prostitution to becoming the great-grandmother of Jesus Christ. David started as a shepherd boy and ended as the king of Israel through unwavering determination. Jesus was ridiculed and crucified, but ultimately became the savior of the entire world. These stories remind us that setbacks can be stepping stones to greater heights. Finishing strong is about transforming adversity into unshakable resolve. It's in the final stretch where champions truly define their legacy. Our journey isn't always smooth, but the conclusion holds the greatest significance. The ultimate triumph lies not in the rules of the game, but how you choose to finish it. Each challenge we face is a stepping stone toward a stronger finish. The finish line is a testament to our perseverance where true victory is achieved. Let these stories inspire you to push forward with resilience and hope. How you end your journey is what leaves an enduring impact. To finish is to win, and to finish strong is to become legendary. Embrace the journey, redefine your finish, and own your success.
Yeah.
And that tells a lot of the story. And the reason I wanted to start with, well, Adam and Eve was the start of the Bible to start with. So I'm a preacher, where else would I start? But that was there. I wanted to start with that first because some people believe if I have a good start, my life is going to end up good. And that's not always true. You know, your character is what's going to make you become who you are. Because I don't care if you have a bad start, good start, it's how you finish everything that's going to help you through life. And I just wanted to show that because there's been people, all right, like I used Moses was born under death sentence. Moses was supposed to be killed as a baby. He was never supposed to live, but yet he ended up surviving that to become the deliverer of the children of Israel. So there's so and David was nothing but a little shepherd boy. He went from a shepherd boy to being a king. And the reason the courses did like this is to show people it doesn't matter how you start. Because some people believe because I got molested as a child, I was mentally abused as a child. I went through so many things as a child. I was born where people just discriminated against me, so I didn't have a chance. You still got a chance. It don't depend on the outside forces. It depends on what is inside of you. What do you believe? Where do you want to go? How do you want to get there? George Carver Washington was born into slavery. He wasn't even allowed to read. And here it is. This is a man that ended up making 300 different things out of peanuts and 200 different things out of sweet potato. Now, I might have that in reverse, but he did all that for him. And so it didn't matter how he started. And he ended up starting his own college. There's so many stories in life that can be told that it doesn't have anything about how you start out. There's some people that started out with us in the Great Discovery that's no longer here because they didn't see that they could make it. But here's the stories are here to say you can make it if you just trust and depend on the one who created you and believe in you. But the Bible declares that we are fearfully and wonderfully made. And if he believes that, then we have to believe it. So I'm here today to tell anybody out there, if it looked like you might not make it, but look, you're not going to climb over that mountain, believe one thing. You was put here to do great and wonderful things. And God is not going to let you fail if you trust and depend on him. How do I know this? Because listen, you looking at somebody who was cross addicted, somebody who couldn't get his all his background expunged because all the things I was involved in. Here it is, man of the year, president award winner, working in the juvenile justice system, licensed and bonded preacher, like licensed and bonded public insurance adjuster, because it didn't matter about how I started, but only how I finished up. And I want everybody to realize it doesn't matter if you had a good start or a bad start, only how you cross the finish line. I've seen races in my life, live television, where somebody failed in the beginning of the race, started late, end up winning the race because they didn't quit. The only way you don't win the race is if you quit. And let me stop right there because if I don't, I'll keep going because I'm a preacher. So if anybody got any questions, feel free to ask.
All right, any questions?
No, I don't have any questions, but I just like to say that I love your energy, I love your enthusiasm, and you're just a great role model for all of us.
Yeah.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Yes. I don't
Janae, I
know.
see you got your hand up.
Janae's got her hand up, yeah.
Yes,
And
you were a part of the juvenile justice system, and I'm sure you've done a lot of counseling in that area. Are you centering, I mean, who's the audience? I know everybody can be the audience for the course, but who do you see as the audience for your course?
Anybody who believe is how they started that's going to affect their lives. Because it's not written so that, I mean, even somebody in elementary school can read this book and understand it. I made sure of that. So when I was in college, they told me when I preached to make sure that a baby could understand it, that I've done my job. If not, then I haven't done my job. Do that make sense or no? Did that answer your question or no?
Yes, it did. Thank you.
Welcome.
Go ahead, Marcia.
Okay. So at time flies so fast. At 9 p.m., I was trying to get on, so I missed the name of the book or just a little overview of the book. I don't know if I was the only one that was late getting on. So if you could just tell us a little bit about the title. I don't even know the title.
Well, the
Oh,
title is not how you start, but how you finish the race.
oh,
How you cross the finish line, rather. So
oh,
it's, and that's what it's all about. It's all about inspiring people, no matter the age limit, that
okay.
it doesn't matter how you start, only how you finish.
Yes, yes.
And I use a lot of the stories in the Bible to promote this, to share this. There is a trailer that I use for that. That's in the chat. If you look in the chat, you probably could find the trailer. If not, you got my email. Just
Yes,
I'll send
I
it to
did
you.
see it. I did see a little snippet.
Yeah, so
In,
you could just copy the trailer and you could play it. Then you'll get a real good idea what it's about.
oh, that's went out. Okay, great, great, fabulous. Okay.
There go my cotton picking sister.
Yes, I just want to know what's one of your highest guiding principles that takes you over the finish line?
My trust in God. That's the one. Because that everything else will fail, but not God. He won't fail.
Yeah.
He said he'll never leave me nor forsake me. And I believe that. Because the first thing he did for me when I got saved, and I didn't ask for it, he took cigarette smoking from me. That was a gift he gave me just to show me who he was.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Because people have to get hypnotized, get patches, acupuncture, all that to quit smoking. I ain't do none of that. He took, oh man, you just don't understand what he did for me. Good God Almighty.
That's why
Sandra Harris, your problem child.
yeah, that's why I wanted you to talk some more about it because we're on quite a bit together. And I listen to you when you speak. And that's why I wanted you to share with the people tonight. What's your guiding principle that keeps getting you over that finish line time and time and time again? No.
That's it. He's my star. He's my all in all. He's my everything.
You've got it right behind you, Akey. It says unwavering faith.
Unwavering faith. That's
what it
why it's
is.
always there.
Yep.
Yes. Yes.
I could not agree with you more. There's two things that keep me moving in the world. And as tough as things have been in the last 6 months, God and my family. Without them, I am absolutely nothing. But he is just number one, just like you. He's brought me through so much, and it just doesn't matter what I face. It doesn't matter what comes in front of me. He's always going to be there. He's always going to pick me up if I fall down. And he's amazing. It is his love that keeps everything moving. I so agree with you. It is that's at the end of the day, that's him and my family. That's it.
That's
So,
it. And the Bible says, the joy of the Lord is my strength and my salvation. Whom shall I fear?
Exactly. Oh, that's awesome. I think Ann Choi's got a question too. She's got her hand up.
Who?
Okay,
Ann,
this
Yeah, go
it's
ahead.
not a question, it's a remark. I just want to thank you for this awesome title because so many people could identify with it, and myself naturally, and also so many other famous individuals. Say, for instance, Tyler Perry. He started out as a homeless person. With the help of God, now look where he is. And I could say about myself, I failed out of 4 colleges, but I graduated in the end with 3 degrees. So, it's not how you start, it's how you finish that makes a difference.
Mhm.
And I
Amen.
appreciate the
Because
topic.
God said in the end, what do we all want to hear? Well done, my good and faithful servant. You've been faithful over a few things. I'm gonna make you ruler over many. And you, well, look,
And having
y'all don't
unmerited
understand.
faith,
I could preach this thing right here, right now, but I'm not gonna do that.
unmerited faith and confidence, you be able to have favor that comes from God that covers us and keep us. And as what was said, I did all the information. Once we trust God and have our family there as a support system, we can't fail. We just have to keep rising until we reach the top.
That's right. And stay connected.
Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome. And that's why my book, I'm an author too. I forgot to put that in my bio. How to become an overcomer. All that's in there. How to overcome and how to stay connected. That's in the book.
I just put the
Amen.
link to the whole course in the chat. So from there, you can watch the trailer, you can see all of the description, and then you can enroll in the course. So put that in there.
Akey, I got a question for you, my friend. You know,
Well,
when
any question you ask
on
me
your,
gonna be a good question, so I'm getting prepared for it.
oh yeah, yeah. I just wondering, do you do so when you're working through when you set up your courses? I'm assuming you set up a free course, premium course. Did you have an academy offer, like you know, you doing coaching or anything,
No,
or
no,
you
not
know,
yet. Not
counseling
yet.
or something like that?
Not yet. I do have paid courses up there, different things like that, but not the academy course yet.
Yeah, you know what you might consider, why not have a counseling, you know, counseling sessions that you can put up there as, you know, coming up off of there to go into a counseling session. That
Well,
might
I'm
be
gonna have to
something.
get with you to see how we can make that work then.
Oh, it's easy. You go right through your channel, just like that. You can even counsel people in other countries.
Okay.
Okay.
Dr. Herbert Harris, you got to get off of mute though.
Unmute myself.
There you go.
I just wanted to say, preacher to preacher, great job. You know, half of the message is the enthusiasm and the commitment, and you can actually see the level of faith that he lives by. You know, some people talk by faith, but they say walk by faith. And so you're walking by faith, and it sure shows, man. If you go any further, you're gonna have to take up a collection. Thanks, my friend.
You know, thank you, Dr. Herbert Harris. You know, I really appreciate you because we've been around each other since I've been here. But here's the thing: the Bible declares if you've been delivered from a small thing, your joy is small. But if you've been delivered from a lot, then you have a lot to be grateful for. Your joy is great.
Yeah,
So when you see me, I've been delivered from a lot.
yeah,
I've been saved from a lot, and I know ain't nobody you can't convince me otherwise. When
yeah.
I wake up in the morning, I already know it's going to be a great day because the one thing I know more than anything else,
Uh-huh.
God and me can handle anything.
Yeah. Well, you know, I always think back when you were talking, thinking that the prodigal son, like it's not where you started. You know, the prodigal son started out rich, but then he took his money and wasted it in
Yeah,
frivolity. But he
yeah,
made two declarations that made all the difference, and I think that's really what you're saying. One, he said, "In my father's house, they have food enough. Even the servants have food, and here I am starving in the pig pens of life." And so that's really what you're saying. Wherever you start, if you start in the pig pens, he started in the castle and went to the pig pens. Okay. And so many people get in the pig pens by their choices, but then he said, I arise. Once he recognized who he was, as you say, you walk by faith, and that's how you handle everything. He said, I arise, lifting his consciousness, and he went to his father. And the interesting thing about it, the father didn't say, where have you been? What have you done? Why did you do what you did? The father welcomed him in open arms. And that's the
yes.
blessing. That's the radiance that you're sharing and that you radiate, man.
that wherever you come in from the fields of whatever, that once you get found, then you are able to radiate that power because the Father has welcomed you back with open arms. Back to you, my friend.
Listen, I done preached that before. There's a whole lot of that story that ain't been told.
Yes, yes.
Dr. Ivanka, let me stop. I'm taking over Kathy's job. Go ahead, Dr. Ivanka.
Go.
I'll be quick. I don't have a question. I just wanted to comment. You are the quintessential motivator. You made me smile through the whole entire thing. Your joy is absolutely infectious. So I just want to congratulate you on another great job. Well done. It's been a pleasure to be affiliated with you, and I am looking forward to this and other things that you have.
Thank you. And I know who you is. You understand what I'm saying? So hearing that from you really makes me feel good. I mean, everybody on here is somebody special, but like I always say, we all eagles, so eagles can recognize eagles.
Thank you so much. You're the best.
Thank you. Kimberly.
Hi. So
Hi.
I just love, like Dr. Ivanka said, I love your enthusiasm and your smile, even in the picture behind you, and the light in your eyes. You know, so many people are going through life saying, you know, the enemy is telling them you're gonna die. You know, he's
Right.
telling them he's you know, saying you're going to die. This is bad. This is bad. This is awful. And people are just looking for that magnetic spirit power. And you just, you know, people look at you and they're like, oh, safety. Oh, love. You just exude it. And, you know, I know when people go through your course, they're going to start to understand why you feel that way and why you can show that type of magnetism.
Thank you. You know, part of my prayer say, I thank you, God, for the love you bestowed upon me that I might bestow it upon others. See, everything I got, he didn't give to me to keep. He gave to me to give it away.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, and I have to give it away. And I smile because I got a secret. I know what he can do, and I know where I'm going to spend eternity. So I have to smile. There ain't nothing that can take my joy. Nothing. I could be miserable for a second or two, but on the whole of the day, nah, ain't nothing happening. I got to praise and glorify him with my life because I know without him, I should have been dead a long time ago. A lot of my friends in jail, or they dead and gone. I'm 75 years old, still here. And I know only for one reason only. Because my work ain't done. And if it ain't done, that means I still got work to do. And that's what I'm gonna do.
That's right. That's right.
Well, I have to say, Akey, you know what? Spending time with you in this session with all these people and all the comments, it's like taking a happy pill. It's awesome. Just we all feel so good now. It's wonderful. We have to have our daily dose of you.
Magnetic authenticity.
Coming from you, that's special, Kathy, because you always happy. So
I try to be, but I'll tell you what, you just push me over the edge. It's awesome. And I'm very grateful.
I'll thank you.
All right, who else? Who else? We're all just, oh, okay. Marcia, you're back again.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It's Kathy, it's Marcia.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Thank
So I just wanted to share my love and acknowledgement for Akey that for me your delivery was authentic magnetism. Authentic. It's like, oh my goodness. And it has rubbed off. It's all over me. So thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. KC made a comment too. Let me see if I can find it. I love her comment.
Yeah,
Where
Casey,
is it?
are you there? You want to unmute?
I was just quoting what he said. We still have work to do. As long as we're here, we still have work to do, and we should be encouraged to do it. And yes, there is much to be done to help others, as Kim said earlier. So thank you. And I have shared some of your work, because the work that you do for people who may be grieving the loss of a loved one, and then also serving people who are in the incarcerated facilities, that's a great work. And not everyone can do it. Not everyone is even concerned about doing it. So there's a special calling, obviously. Thank you.
Thank you, Casey. You know I call her Casey and the Sunshine Band, right? Casey always got us. She's energetic. That's all I can say.
Hey,
Matter of
Akey.
fact, the majority of people on here, I have a relationship with one way or another.
Hey, Akey, man, powerful, powerful, man. Great job. Thank you again for being an immediate implementer. I mean, bro, I just like, you call me your mentor, but you're like my hero, because when I'm your age, I hope I'm gonna still be applying and implementing things, man, and just taking immediate, massive action. And your heart is just so clean, man, that you just have, we can tell you have this infectious laugh and love for people. And thank you so much for the powerful lesson tonight, buddy. Appreciate you.
Thank you. And in case y'all don't know what Dr. Breakthrough was talking about, me and him was talking one day, and I was telling him about how I was at my sister husband's home going, and the theme through the whole thing was not how you get started, but how you finish. And you know what he did to me, right? Akey, you gotta make a course out of that. Well, this is the result of that.
That's how great things start. There you
Yeah.
go. All right, anybody else? Got a question, got a comment?
Ahiem. How you doing? Yeah, I'm telling you, brother, just hearing you out, it's amazing. Like you said, the journey. Look, when I took a broker's test, right? I'm a smart guy. I could not pass that test. You know, I knew what I wanted, and I kept going after it. It took it 27 times. 27 times. I didn't think how many, I felt terrible that journey, but I knew what I wanted. And I said, I'm going to go get it. And I believed in myself. I had a lot of faith. And I said, I can do this. But I had to say I could do this 26 times till I figured it out. And once I figured it out, then I taught myself to stay on category. And then I took my lending test. And guess what? I passed. So I was not dumb. I just learned how to teach myself how to focus. Like Tyler Perry, what somebody just mentioned, that I heard his story. It's amazing. And like I said, the great discovery is everything. I believe it's so much beyond this is like my ending life of giving. It's just amazing. That's all I got to tell you. It's amazing. It's just in alignment for what I believe in, God, faith, and all that stuff. It's just, I don't know what to tell, but you're great. You make me feel good, man. You make me laugh all the time. But just want to thank you. Thank you. And thank you, everybody.
Thank you for your testimony, because that's what I'm talking about. Persistent pays off. As long as you don't give up, you win. It's when you quit, when you give up, that you lose.
All right. Okay. I see a couple more comments, but all right. I guess we will wrap this one up for the night and hand it over to Dr. Ivanka, who's going to take us to the next session. And Akey, thank you so much. Your joy is infectious. Your faith is powerful. We all benefit by being in your presence. So thank you. Please come back and do another course spotlight soon.
I will. God bless you. God keep you. God watch over you, which is my prayer for you.